Hey guys, thanks so much for watching, and today's video I'm going to show you how to make chicken noodle soup from scratch. Now it's super easy, so let's get started. Now it wouldn't be a cooking tutorial if I didn't wear an apron because I want to protect my clothes and it still looks pretty cute on camera. This is the Courage in the Kitchen apron by Warriors in Pink. If you guys want to get your own or gift one this holiday season, check out fordcares.com, and I'll also provide a link in the description box down below. Now, like all good recipes, we're going to eyeball it. So what you want to do is get a fairly big pot and a couple of boxes or cans of chicken broth. Now make sure it's chicken broth, not beef broth or vegetable broth. You just want to make sure that it's chicken because it will complement the chicken that we're going to be adding in just a moment. So I'm going to fill up the pot until it's about halfway full, and then we're going to stick this bad boy on the burner. So while that's coming to a boil, I'm going to start cutting up the vegetables, and so I'm going to cut off the top ends of the celery and then flipping them over and doing the same to the other end. Now you can do a shortcut by purchasing them already chopped up, but it's cheaper to buy them in a bundle like I did. So give really good solid chops because you want them really nice and full when you're taking bites of your soup. Now we're going to do the same exact thing in the same method. So chop off the stems and the ends of the carrots and then cut that down to size. Now as you can see, I have rings here, but they were kind of big, so I'm deciding to cut them in half and then half again. Now it's time for the chicken. Now you can season and marinate yourself, but I took a shortcut and bought marinated chicken. So what you're gonna do is start cutting up your chicken into small bites, and when you do add it to the water, it is going to swell up a bit. So it depends on how big you want the chunks of chicken. That's how small you're going to be cutting your pieces into. So as you see here, I'm gonna start the cubing process. And just like the chicken stock and the vegetables, it's all going to be eyeballing. It just depends on how big the pot is and how many people you're actually going to feed. So the more ingredients. So this next step, it really depends on how much broth you want in your soup. I like it to be a little bit more hearty, so there's going to be a lot of vegetables and a lot of chicken. Speaking of chicken, it's time to cook that. So in a smaller pan, I am going to add a little bit of olive oil, making sure that it coats the bottom of the pan pretty well. Then drop in my chicken, and this is the part that I love and is the most important in my recipe, is that you cook the chicken away from your pot and your vegetables, because you don't want to cross-contaminate. You want to make sure that the chicken is cooked really well before you drop it into your soup. You don't want to, get yourself sick or anybody else that you're going to be feeding. Now, while that cooks, you're going to drop in your egg noodles. Now, the egg noodles are classic in chicken noodle soup, and they're really easy to find. They're inexpensive and you can make tons of soup with it. So you're going to drop in hands full of that. Just depends on how hearty you want your soup to be. I put about 4 or 5 handfuls. Give that a good cover and wait for them to soften. Go back to your chicken and add some more seasoning. The more seasoning you put on your chicken, the more flavor and saltiness your soup is going to have. So I don't add any extra salt to my chicken broth. It's all coming from the chicken, and as you can see, there's tons of flavor, tons of juice. I'm going to add that to my soup, give it a good stir, and then turn down the temperature of the burner and just let it simmer on a really low heat for about 25 to 30 minutes. This will help in the process of it getting a little bit more salty thanks to the chicken. And as you can see, the noodles are soft, so are the vegetables, and it's ready to serve. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to check out fordcares.com, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!